All right, one of the issues that we've run into, at least on this particular project, is what happens when you've got conflicting origin points. So what's going on is we're trying to upload our copy of our mechanical model to the architects, and the architects keep giving us messages saying that our model does not align with theirs. So I've gotten both models open, and since the mechanical is referencing the architectural model, I had to open a second copy of Revit to make this work. Otherwise, my architectural model would be unloaded in the mechanical model, and I'd like to have them both there. So in this copy of the architectural model, you can see that the project base point is located right here at this outside perimeter edge of the building. And in order to get to that, open Visibility Graphics. Oh, this one's using a view template, so I'll go to the mechanical plan because you can see our origin points in a different place. So Visibility Graphics, and you'll scroll down in the list until you see the site entry and expand site, and there's your project base point and your survey point. And what we're going to do is we're going to relocate this information, and this is a two-step process. The project base point, you can see, has some coordinate values set to it, and you can even change its plan rotation. Plan north, you can set that independently for true north. But you'll notice it also has this paperclip icon. Now the paperclip icon it locks the origin point to the coordinate system. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to unclip this origin point, and then we'll use the move command. Because apparently we started drafting this with the intersection of these grid lines being the project origin, and we want to move that so it matches the project origin for the architectural model, which is right here. And even though I'm not constrained, I want to hold my mouse over here and get it on that intersection. So I'll hold, but I'll click the tab key once, and then I can move that origin point. And you can see that now that I've moved the origin point, that it's giving me a specific value. Well, what I want to do now is I want that origin point there, but I want that origin point to have that 0, 0 value. But you'll also notice that I have an elevation of 100 feet set, so I want to do that as well. So we'll go back into the mechanical plan, set the elevation to 100 feet. You know what I forgot to do? Let's undo that. I forgot to turn that lock back on. Now when I make modifications to the base point based on these coordinates, the entire model is going to move with that. So let's move that to 100 feet. Go back to architectural, and now you can see that the north, south, and the east, west coordinates are all at 0, and angle to true north is at 320 degrees. I may want to leave that blank, but if I move north, south, you notice everything disappeared, but if I do a zoom to fit, everything comes right back, and now I can highlight on that east-west value, and I can change that to 0, and you'll see that everything will shift ever so slightly, so the entire model is actually moving. And what I'm unsure of, because I'm not the one that set up these models, is that the view orientation, if it's set to right now the orientation is set to project north. So if I change that northing, then it may adjust all my, I'd have to make more additional changes to all my plans. So let's verify that. Set to 320 degrees. And it doesn't look like anything exploded. That's a good thing. Angle of true north is 320 degrees. Now what we also have, let's highlight over this, we also have the survey point. That's a little triangle, and you can see it's a shared site point, and everything here is set to 0, 0, 0. So I just want to move that internal survey point to the same place, and you'll notice here that it is unpinned. So if I go back to, again, I go back to my mechanical. Now that you'll notice that because I changed the coordinates of my base point, but I left my survey point there, that my survey point should already read 0, 0. And you'll notice that the angle of the survey has changed. You'll notice that now that I've made the modification. Yeah, and it matches what's happening here. So there we go. There's modifying the project origin point. All right, see you next time.